Hello, everyone. This lesson is over the quotient rule for simplifying exponential expressions. Remember that the big number is the base. So if you have 6 to the ninth power, the base is 6. But the exponent or power is the floating number. So in that case, it'd be 9. We also learned in a previous lesson that you can expand it. It's repeated multiplication. So here we have 6 times 6 times 6, 9 times. And then on the bottom where we have 6 to the fourth, it is 4 times. And if you think of 6 divided by 6, well, that's simply 1. And multiplying by 1 does nothing. So you can just cancel out a 6 on top and 6 on bottom by dividing. Well, that leaves 5 6s. So the simplified form of 6 to the ninth divided by 6 to the fourth is 6 to the fifth power because there's 5 6s. Let's try that again. So we have 100 to the third divided by 100 to the second. So that's 100 times 100 times 100 over 100 times 100. Cancel out, cancel out. That leaves 100 to the first, which is just 100. So the answer is 100. Remember, the first power doesn't do anything, so you don't have to write it. All right, next example, we have t to the 15th. So we've got to write that 15 times to expand it out. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Divided by t to the 11th, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And crossing it out leaves us with 4 t's, so the answer is t to the fourth. So at this point, we're asked to find, is there some sort of pattern? So the pattern is that you need to subtract the top exponent with the bottom exponent if the bases are the same. And we noticed here, you always go top to bottom. So 15 minus 11 is 4, 3 minus 2 is 1, and 9 minus 4 is 5. And the bases were the same on those. All right, leading us with this observation. This rule is called the quotient rule. And the reason why it's called quotient is because we're dividing. Quotient is what you get when you divide. Remember last week we did the product rule. That product is what you get when you multiply. All right, but we're dividing, and the rule is that you subtract the powers. Always go from top to bottom, m down to n. All right, let's do some practice problems. All right, we have x to the 10th divided by x to the 6th. Bases are the same, so you subtract the powers. 10 minus 6 is 4. All right, bases are the same. 5 minus 2 gives us 3. All right, here is the first example where we have two variables. We have k and we have g. Looking at k, 8 minus 2 is 6. Looking at g, 7 minus 4 is 3. Remembering we always go from top to the bottom. Okay, there's a typo. This should say D and E. But looking at the bottom row, first of all, don't pay attention just now to the coefficients. Sorry, I'm having a little difficulty here. Don't pay attention to the 15 and 5 just yet. We're going to say that for last. So we're going to do the C's, and then we're going to do the D's. So giving myself a little bit of space, I'm going to write C. 12 minus 8 is 4. And then D is a little bit trickier, and you really want to use a calculator to help you here. But we need to do negative 12 on top minus negative 20. So in the calculator, you type negative 12 minus negative 20, and that equals positive 8. All right, so remember when we divide, you find the like bases, and then you subtract the floating exponents or powers. So that leaves us with 15 over 5. Now these are just regular numbers. They're coefficients in front of the letters. You just divide those by normal, like normal. 15 divided by 5 is 3. So on that, we don't subtract because they're not floating powers. They're coefficients. So you divide. 15 divided by 5 is 3. All right, on the last example, let's look at the x's. Notice how things are not necessarily in order. You are expected to keep track. And then there's also some coefficients. All right, so let's do the x's first. 12 minus 7 is 5 for the x. For the y, 10 minus 4 is 6. And okay, so if you put 9 divided by 12 in the calculator, you'll get 0.75, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I want to discourage you from doing decimals. Let's stick with fractions. So you can use your graphing calculator. If you hit math and choose frac, it will convert into a fraction. So 9 over 12 is, 9 over 12 equals 3/4. So 3 goes on top, 4 goes on bottom, like so.